You know, one of the great things about working here for TFL is they get all kinds of cool stuff. And behind me is another cool side-by-side. I mean, we've had probably all of them, but Polaris is certainly unique in that they gave us a lot of accessories to go along with the side-by-side. So let me show you what they've given us. First of all, this is your standard Ranger Polaris 1000cc. How many horsepower, Alex?
I don't know the horsepower. I'll flash it up on the screen. Don't quiz me.
This one's got a winch. It's kind of unique. This is a short wheelbase with the hard. This is what's cool, I think. This is what's cool about it. The hard doors. I mean, on a windy, cold day, having a windshield, a full windshield, mind you, and hard doors, unless you have a complete full cab, this is the next best thing. Keeps the wind off of you. I like that. So what we're highlighting today is the fact that Polaris is giving this away. It's not just the Polaris itself. It's got all kinds of accessories on it. Now you can go to Polaris.com, right, Alex? Mm-hmm. Polaris.com, and you can register to win this baby. I would love to have this. Can I register to win this?
You can register.
Okay, all right.
With the giveaway, it ends on the 23rd. The link is down in the description. We'll also put it in the comments. But yeah, you don't need to be a Polaris customer. You don't need to have ever owned a side-by-side. You just sign up and you can win.
And since I'm not like a full-time TFL employee, I can like...
I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're going to register too?
I'm a full-time employee.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
Go for it.
All right, I'm registering to win. So what we're highlighting today is the Rhino rack. And you can buy all the Rhino rack accessories at your Polaris dealer. This one's kind of cool in that it's got one on the back dump bed as well as on the rooftop. And it has all the accessories to hold your gear in place. And all of this, and the Milwaukee tools, all of this is for you if you win the giveaway. That's why I'm entering. I don't know what the total value is, but just the batteries alone, $1,000 in batteries. We here at Tumbleweed have a lot of maintenance to do. As you guys know, I'm kind of like the go-to guy for all the, you know, maintenance stuff around here. Twofold today. The trail that I built has gotten a little bit sticky, and we got to do something about it. And that's why we're going to put the Polaris to work today. But here's what we're going to do. Roman doesn't like these trees, and I have to agree with them. These are a Russian olive, and you guys, we have a Russian that works for us, right? I mean, we like the Russian people, especially Andre is like the quintessential, you know, hug me Russian. But Russia, you know, they have some problems, like giving us Russian olives. They got all these thorny, spiny things. They're like a weed. We're going to fix two things. We're going to cut down the Russian olive, get it out of the way for what's to come. We're taking it down to Tumbleweed off-road course.
The Onyx off-road course.
The Tumbleweed Onyx off-road course. Thank you, Onyx. And we're going to fill up our muddy holes with Russian olive. So hang with us as we put the Polaris, the Rhino rack, and the Milwaukee, and of course, yours truly, to work.
Now, Polaris is calling this Ranger XP 1000 the Homestead Hero. I think it's a pretty fitting name considering everything that's mounted to it and what we're using it for. But one of the issues is we've got this rack on the back, which is great for hauling all our gear, keeping everything strapped down and secure. And when we go out to do trail maintenance, everything's just ready to go on the back. Got some storage that we can still use for recovery ropes and stuff, but not enough space here to haul a bunch of wood down, and we're gonna be chopping up a bunch of trees. So, get to hook this trailer up. But the nice part about working with the side-by-side is that most of the equipment you're using is also gonna be pretty small and lightweight compared to a pickup truck. So this trailer, it's still decently big, can carry a lot of stuff, probably more stuff than you could fit in a pickup truck bed. And it's still light enough that I don't need to really be a pro when I'm backing this up to hitch it up. I can just lift the trailer up, throw it on, and be good to go. So we're ready, and yeah, also nice part about using side-by-side trailers is no lights to connect. We're not even using safety chains. We're on the ranch, so we can do things ranch style. We probably should have used safety chains. Take a look at that hitch. I didn't check to make sure the coupler latched correctly onto the ball, and as you'll see in a little bit, we totally paid the price for this.
Man, I love this thing. I mean, honestly, if you had a few of these batteries, you could go all day. I mean, it's just as fast. If it's sharp, it's just as fast as my gas-powered one. Maybe faster.
And where's your ear protection? You don't need it.
I don't need it, exactly. That's a big plus right there. All right, so Alex, what I'm gonna do here is I'm chopping them up into small pieces, kind of like rock-sized pieces. We could throw rocks down in off-road course, the Onyx off-road course, but I'm thinking we will just throw chunks of wood. Love it.
Converting you from a DeWalt guy to a Milwaukee guy?
It might. You know, when I got into the battery-powered world, it was ages ago. My first ones were Milwaukee, and I loved them. I loved the tools. The batteries sucked, you know, and they were terribly expensive to buy new ones. So DeWalt had this awesome deal, you know, and I went into Home Depot and bought DeWalt. And once you go down that path and you buy all the batteries, you're kind of stuck. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't mind going down the Milwaukee path too.
Well, if you win this machine, you might be stuck with a bunch of Milwaukee products, so.
So can you enter more than once?
I don't think so. I think it's one per person, but you do have a wife and some kids.
Okay.
How are we gonna make this thing not hit the house?
Well, I'm gonna have you do a little tug. Do a little tug on it.
Putting a lot of faith in me. I'm moving it.
I still got too much hooked on it. All right, let me cut it. Just let it. Yeah, set for just a second. Ready?
Yep.
Woo! Yeah! Pure muscle right there. Nice job, Alex.
That was scary for a second.
That's scared you a
A little bit. Not that it was gonna fall on me or anything,
Right.
just the house.
So I brought my trailer from home. This trailer is homemade, obviously, but the cool fact about this is my son and I rebuilt a Argosy Airstream in 1975. We put new torsion axles on it. I repurposed the torsion axles. These are cool because I have like a torsion bar that goes through the center of the axle and then has like a rubber, I guess, torsion give, and so you don't need springs because it has its own little spring inside that torsion bar. So this thing will hold quite a bit of weight because I've put round bales in here. Amazingly, the Polaris has a 2,500 pound towing capacity, which we're not going to come close to that today. I think the fun part will be going down on the off-road Onyx off-road course and seeing how the Polaris pulls this through some of our toughest obstacles. Woo, look at that. was simple. I like it. Well, it looks like Polaris thought of everything for the working man out on the ranch, except for maybe a cooler. Well, in some cases this might be some pretty good firewood we just cut down, although it's green and heavy. But we have other plans for all this wood, and I'm curious whether this Polaris has the guts to get where we got to get. I suspect it does, but come along for the ride. All right, let's hope we don't get wedged in here. I don't like wedgies in Nathan's crack.
Didn't touch the hitch. You lost your trailer.
Yikes, what happened?
I think it just slipped off because the coupler's still down, and now the trailer's a little heavier than it was before.
we may be in a world of hurt right here. What, the hitch just let loose?
Yeah, I just flipped this up, but this was still latched down when I came up to it, so.
Oh boy. I think that's a 2-inch and that's a 1 7.
That's a 2.
That's a 2?
That's a 2. It's a 2 and
okay.
5/16 on the bottom side.
Yep, that's the big one? Huh. Well, maybe so. Well, shoot. Well,
See how strong you are.
I think that right there's the problem.
Just a little loose on the latch. Oh, look at you! We might be able to get that with the two of us.
Maybe with the both of us,
Yeah,
I think
hold
we
on.
might be able to get it. This is where a mirror would be handy for signals like this, you know? Giving hand signals. This way a little bit, turn it the other way. There you go. There you go. Okay, straight back now. A little more, a little more. Another 6 inches. Okay, whoa. Right there. The problem is, right here, Alex, is it's not going forward and not going backwards. So we have to be right over the top of that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Perfecto. Getting engaged. She ain't rolling backwards now. I got a stick stuck in there. We're a long way from base camp, and we got ourselves in a very sticky situation here. Mm-hmm. We have manpower and we have brain power. Well, I mean, that's subjective.
Limited brain power.
Limited brain power. We'll figure it out. You know, this nut right here,
Yeah,
may be too tight.
I think so.
I think this is my mistake right here. Because I just put this on here the other day. The other one was broken, rusty. And I don't think I got it on here right. Either the nut was too tight or too loose. So we're gonna just pull it apart. There we go, there's a spring in the nut.
You know what I'm going to do every time I tow now?
What?
Peek underneath here and make sure it's latched in all the way.
Exactly. So we're gonna lift it. We're gonna let this thing drop out of here, and then drop it back down, and then we're gonna put the piece on there. Okay?
Sounds good. There you go.
There we go. Now we're talking. Luckily, we had a chainsaw tool that just so happened to fit. How lucky are we? I think we have positive engagement here. Hopefully it still moves. Pretty bad, but not quite this bad. Yeah,
Look, let me know what you think.
yeah. Oh boy, you see, I put these rocks in here last time, but I mean, I came back here with my truck, and you can't put a whole lot in it, or else it's hard to get through Nathan's crack. I need a whole lot more of those, but I got a feeling that some organic matter might do the trick here. So
Is that your plan? Just randomly throw them?
I get to work on my shot putting skills. Like that. And also my... See, this might just give us enough traction. We get enough of these, like, spread out in here. What do you think? Yep. What do you guys think? You think we're crazy? Or is this a good idea? All right, it's a crazy idea. Whether or not it works or not, I don't know, but I think once we drive over this a few times, it's gonna put all these down in the mud and make it so it's not a bottomless pit.
All right, what do you think?
Well, I'd say it's got some really good points and a few things that I didn't like about it. But overall, I say my impressions were pretty positive.
What didn't you like about it? Let's start there.
I don't necessarily care for the doors that are backwards. Just unnatural. Although in that situation, it was kind of nice because going downhill, getting in was easy. The shifter, I think you heard me coming down into this last obstacle and I revved the engine real high. It's because I wasn't in low, I was in neutral. And the gear shifter, the only way to know what gear you're in is by looking at the digital screen. It doesn't have any engagement point that you can feel. And so that's a little odd.
Yeah, I think that's a fair critique.
Yeah, but
what do you love?
I love the fact that it comes with all these tools.
Yeah, it's cool. And they're easy to access. They're right here.
Yeah, Rhino rack is okay. It kind of takes up a lot of the bed space. This one, I'd say this is the one I'd have.
Yeah.
Put your tools up here. Leave this open for bales and whatever.
I think ideal scenario would be roof rack and then a headache rack here, so you can mount gear up to the wall and then still have your whole dump bed usable.
Definitely needs a rear view mirror, especially trailering something. I was catching myself, trying to find the trailer in the back, and I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And my neck just doesn't quite do that anymore for some reason.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, if we took your truck back there, we'd still be digging it.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I kind of wonder if the longer wheelbase version would probably have done a little bit better.
Probably.
But shoot.
So maneuverable though. I mean, getting around that first turn, David's Folly.
Yeah,
impressive.
with the trailer. Yeah, there was no turn I couldn't make.
Yeah, so overall, really impressive machine, and like we said at the start of this Homestead Hero Ranger XP 1000 could be yours. There's only a couple more days to enter that giveaway, so check the comments, check the description, all the info will be there. We'll link you to Polaris' site where you can check out all the rules, and good luck. Hopefully one of you TFL viewers will take this home.
Me?
Maybe. We'll see.
Thanks for watching.
See you in the next one. Check out alltfl.com. Later.